Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 9th of September 2025. So gold surges to new record high as bonds and stocks follow diverging narratives. There are times when the signals from each respective market seem to diverge. Now is one of those times. So it's worth asking why. Well, there's a lot of uncertainty, that's why. And that's why we're seeing the divergence. US stocks began the week with mild gains as participants look ahead to the inflation data later this week. And bonds bid and dollar hit ahead of more jobs and inflation data also out later this week as well. Today, no economic news. We spoke about this yesterday. So again, the market will probably just make a few small gains. So no economic news for today. Right, let's have a look at the mild gains from yesterday and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, we managed to move back up yesterday, an inside bar, which I mentioned also in yesterday's alert, given that there was no major news around. So the Dow up, heading back to the 78% retracement there, which you can see, and above the 5-bar moving average as well, which is a positive. So trying to get back above this all-time high of 45,762, which obviously with the pending FOMC meeting on the 17th of September, that it's likely the market is going to drive straight through this. You've got that classic triangle shape as well there, the ascending triangle, which generally breaks out to the upside. So again, that's what you're going to see. The issue is after they've reduced the rate by 50 basis points, the big question is what then? I mean, what are they going to use to stimulate the market when you can see it's struggling at the moment, and with the unemployment numbers growing, the economy not growing, then there is going to be a major issue. So a 50 basis point cut, if that happens, I dread to think what's going to happen after, because they're going to need something else to fuel the move to the upside. So we see the Dow move to the downside and then back up before the close. Whether that's the plunge committee or not, I do not know, but the market managing to rally there a bit. So have a look at Europe and its woes, France in particular, which has got a vote of no confidence and the economy is going down the pan. Well, the whole of the Europe is, but it's obviously France that's being highlighted at the moment. So let's have a look at the DAX. And Germany not doing a fat lot, as I said yesterday, inside bar, and the market slightly sideways to lower. It's amazing really how the market is actually moving as well as it is, to be honest with you, given what's going on in Europe. You'd expect this to have actually fallen out of bed and retested the 23,377 level, but not at the moment. 30-minute chart. Yesterday morning we started off with a move to the upside. We then moved down with the Dow, and then we rallied all the way back up. Got a bit of a gap overnight that has been filled, so the market needs to stay and get back above the DP and the 50 EMA in the 30-minute. Failure to do this, we'll see the 200 and S1 tested, and if not, we'll go all the way down to the low and test that. And in the S&P 500 yesterday, very quiet day, as you can see there, inside of the range of the Friday non-farm payroll numbers. It needs to stay above the 89% retracement there, and also we have that new all-time high, don't we, that was put in on Friday. So if we get rid of that and then just move that across a bit, me save me having to redraw that tomorrow morning. So the market above the 89% retracement, which is a positive at the moment. 30-minute charts, not a lot to write home about yesterday. Obviously the market waiting for these CPI numbers. UK sideways as well, and the market needs to take out that 50% retracement to the upside. It doesn't seem to be making much progress, despite the fact that the momentum is switching to the upside. 30-minute, very choppy session in the FT100 yesterday, a bit like the DAX at the moment, struggling to hold at the DP. And if it fails to do this, then the S1 200 MA and yesterday's low will be looked at. So US dollar continuing to show weakness and move lower a bit there. We've got this support to the left, which is currently holding. We'll just have to wait and see if it does, but a lot of weakness there. So let's have a look at this all-time high in gold. So there you can see this. It's made a new all-time high overnight as well. It's vertical at the moment. There is a lot of uncertainty about, and once the rate cut comes in at 50 basis points, that's a positive for the metals as well. So 36, I wish it was 65, 3656.99 there at the moment. And the 30-minute chart you can see yesterday just making its way to the upside. And again, overnight prices higher. In silver, not so good, a bit of weakness around here. Obviously there is a $50 target on the cards, but at the moment the market's struggling with this 41. There is resistance at $42 as well, so those who bought silver around this price in 2011 are probably offloading at this price target at the moment. But the market needs to break through the high that we saw on Friday, which is 41.64, or rather that's the high of yesterday, not Friday, yesterday's high. So yeah, we need to get through that, and then we can get to 42 and then through there. But at the moment, not looking good on for silver. It's, well, saying it's not looking good, it's not looking as good as gold is playing out at the moment. 30-minute chart, well, the usual, try and batter the price at 130, but then the market's been sideways. But the good news is it's starting to move back to the upside there. Let's have a look at the gold silver ratio. And no surprise, like I say, there is a slowdown in the silver price, and that's why you're seeing this move to the upside. It'll be great when silver is allowed to move, because this is going to just drop like a stone. The gold silver ratio, the average is 15 over time. Apparently it's 15. It's hard to believe, because all of the years that I've followed this, we've always been in these sorts of levels, and it's rare that we actually get down to that sort of level. Let's just have a look, see what we've got in here going back. Let's just squeeze this up. If it will hold, for some unknown reason it doesn't want to hold. There we go. So let's just have a look, see where we got down to. 65 in 2021, that's during the inflation period. And then we've got obviously something a bit lower there in 2011. Of course, we got down to 30, so 30 would be good. And then when we were down at 2011, down at this 35, silver was trading just under $50. So this is actually quite a positive on this one, that we've got some distance to go all the way down to 30, and we're getting close to $50 an ounce already. So this is good news, very, very good news. So silver will be playing catch up by the looks of things with the gold silver ratio there. Right, let's have a quick look at yesterday's trades. And yesterday I forgot to even turn the computer on that I collect this data on. I got distracted, and then at lunchtime I was sitting and thinking, well, we'll go and have a look at the markets. Came in and there was a blank screen, so apologies for that. This morning it's already up and running and recording on the other PC, so we'll just have to look back at what happened. So we can see that in the pre-market yesterday, just move this across a bit. You can see there we had a rally, got to 7 a.m, market took off, and then that's the way it stayed during the morning, with a couple of trades to the upside. The afternoon wasn't so bright, I have to say. The market is getting stuck in a sideways range. There was a precursor in the mid-morning. You just have a look at this, and you can see there how sideways the market was. The Dow futures kicked in New York, and this brought the market down. And then in the afternoon, you'll see that there was a break to the downside. They brought the market back, and again, the first half an hour or so, the market was sideways. And then because of its low volatility, waiting for these CPI numbers, the Dow having a clear out, and the S&P, it took a moment or two before the market then moved back to the upside. So yeah, unfortunately, I had a couple of losers there in the afternoon, and then the market turning around and moving to the upside. Where are we overnight? Well, we've got the market moving lower at the moment, down past the DP, and as I mentioned a few minutes ago, probably looking to go down and test those lows, depending on what happens with France today, who dominates the headlines, of course. So there we go. There's a quick roundup of where we are and what to expect. I would expect the metals to continue to move to the upside, looking for silver to try and accelerate and break out of that sideways move. If it doesn't do it today, it's got a chance when we get to just after the 17th of September, and more uncertainty will be coming along this autumn as well. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.